Mr. Bowers. So Mr. Bowers, there's a whole lot of development going on. You've talked a lot about wastewater and different things. How familiar are you about what's going on top of Petro? What are your plans and ideas to make sure that that process goes through flawlessly? Thank you.
Well, that's a great question. I'm sorry, my cord is a little bit short here, so I'm continuously trying to pull at it. But listen, I'm a huge supporter of redeveloping all the projects here in District 10 and across the city, and I think COPSF is a great program. We absolutely need to make sure that it happens in the right way, whether it's the Petro Index, the Petro Terrace, or any other of the redevelopment of the projects that occur. So I've been going to the community meetings to make sure that this happens in the right way. I am encouraged by many aspects of the plan. I like the fact that they're going to create a commercial corridor connecting 24th Street to the rest of the community. I like the fact that it's going to be a mixed-use development. There will be retail as well as housing. I'm encouraged by the fact that there will be levels of affordable housing and high-end housing so that people will not be grouped together. Those are all good things. I have some concerns. I'm a little bit concerned that the process right now looks like people of lower income will be grouped together at the bottom of the hill. We need to make sure that happens, but I'll be there as part of the process, I promise you.
Seeing how there's only 2 names left, and one of them is Chris's, you should direct your question to Steve Moss. And then Christina, you direct your question, please.
Steve, there are, I think I should stand up. Right, now I'm ready. Steve. Our community in District 10 is changing. We have a huge in-migration of immigrants, Latino, API, Asian American. Explain why you support or oppose the sanctuary city policy for undocumented juveniles. Thank you.
Thank you for the question. I like to say that District 10 is America, because it is. I mean, if you look at the makeup of District 10, it contains pretty much everybody, and it's going to continue to evolve in that way. And in that fashion, we have the opportunity to show America here in this American district how to get things right. We're the future. We look at it, we're the future. So as far as sanctuary goes, I think we should provide every opportunity for the children and immigrants that come, particularly the children, but the immigrants that come to San Francisco to thrive. I don't think we should do anything at all to provide them over to federal authorities. I do not think we should fingerprint them and pass those fingerprints on to the federal authorities. I think we should allow them to do the best they can with the lives they are trying to lead in San Francisco. I do think, however, that we need to stay away from federal conflicts. San Francisco is a city and a county. We're not a nation. And too often we get bogged down in becoming into national debates that we have no business entering into. So we can provide support to children. We can provide support to families. We cannot cooperate with the federal government by spending our resources, but that doesn't mean that we're the country of San Francisco. Thank you.
Chris, I have a 6 degrees of communication plan for District 10. I would like the other candidates to join me in creating a communications network, have open houses at City Hall, and have an interactive newsletter. What's your plan for communications before you make legislative decisions? Well, we know it probably won't be a blog.
And I've said this, and this is a district that has seen a lot of broken promises. And I haven't promised a lot, but the one thing I will promise is that I will have a district office, a full-time district office in District 10. I think it's very important. I will have an organizer to staff that office in District 10, and we will outreach, we will build power, we will go to community-based building groups and actually build policy from the ground up. So when I'm at the Board of Supervisors promoting legislation, it won't just be me sitting there by myself. There will be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 people there right behind me working on behalf of working class people in this district. That's how I plan to communicate, is by going to them to make sure that we have policy. that really work on their behalf. Thank you so much.
Give the candidates a big round of applause. That's pretty scary.